should be the protagonist of The Witcher 4. I want to get your thoughts on this, Jeremy.
I mean, like I see where you're coming from there, but I just feel like there's so much tied to Geralt there in terms of the fan base. You know, you've had 3 full games just behind him building his entire journey, and I mean, I feel like people are just really, really tied to Geralt and his story.
I agree. Don't get me wrong. Geralt is an incredible protagonist, but it in the sense that it like Ciri is still massively important, both politically, prophetically, magically in this world. Like the Anel, Emhyr, the mages, like all of these people, just because, some of the Wild Hunt died, doesn't mean that, the elves of Tir are going to stop trying to save their own world. And essentially, Ciri is the only person who can help them do that.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about there, and I mean, I feel that she definitely does have a role to play, but I mean, how much of this game are we gonna like deal with political intrigue as much as, just slashing and slaying like we're playing a Witcher game, you know what I'm saying?
That's a really good point. And honestly, I hadn't even considered it from that perspective because, when we think of The Witcher, we think of Geralt hunting monsters. I guess the book readers will know that like Ciri is like has a much more important role in the books. So that is an interesting point, but I mean Ciri becoming an actual Witcher, like undergoing the Trial of Grasses, also makes sense. Like Ithlin's prophecy is that her child is going to be like the one that changes worlds and like brings upon a new era. So if she undergoes the Trials of Grasses, she then becomes infertile. So her usage to those previous players that I was talking about just kind of goes away in a sense. Like it might be her only escape.
That's a pretty fair point there, and I mean, I feel like it would be too simple for that to just be the answer, for them to leave her alone there. But I can definitely see how that could spur some pretty interesting plot points coming about and seeing. I mean, we don't really know the full extent of some of the ancient elf magics. Like, I mean, who knows if they might try to reverse it, or I mean, what tricks they have up their sleeve.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally fair. I mean, the last point I have is I feel like Geralt's story is over. Like just like with the way Blood and Wine ended, it seems to me like they were setting it up for Geralt to be done. I mean, he said himself he might be the first Witcher to die in his bed, but I mean, we know from experience that Witchers never die in bed.
Well, I think Yennefer might have something to say about that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna bring a unicorn along with them, dude. So I wanted to ask you, do you think the Witcher 4 is gonna take place in like this same area, or do you think we're gonna like see new lands like Zerkania, or I don't know, maybe
I think
further
we're gonna see new
north?
lands. Personally, I feel like there's just so much more of the world to explore, and I mean, just in the little bits that we were up in the mountains and like visiting Kaer Morhen, I just feel like that, for me, like that part of the land is just so like spectacular to look at and just explore through. And I feel like she's really gonna get more up into the wilds because, I mean, let's face it. I mean, like down south, the beasts were kind of getting extincted, and so I think that she has the potential to move up and to kind of tame some of the more wildlands. And I don't even know that it's going to be contained to just one time.
Oh, interesting. Dude, that would be crazy if she went like back in time to escape her pursuers. Wow, I didn't even consider that. I wonder if Songs of the Past will kind of like give us some sort of like canon world-changing event where Ciri does like either go to like some, alternate place in the multiverse or some alternate time in this own world. That's actually really
Yeah,
interesting. I'd never even
I feel like
considered
that'd
that.
be really fun to unpack.
Definitely, dude.
There's
Definitely.
just so much with her abilities in terms of like where she can go, and I mean, full on kind of like game breaking combat wise. But I just feel like I'm sure they could. I feel like CD Projekt Red is gonna figure out a way to make it work and just flow really, really well, regardless of what path they go.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I'm a big CD Red fan as well. I am a little worried about the Unreal Engine side of it, but I think they're going to work past that. I don't think it's going to become a problem long term.
No
But
longer Witcher script.
yeah, no more Red Engine. But it might also like make sense for Ciri to have had some of her power stripped, and maybe we'll get some of that in Songs of the Past too. Like maybe
Yeah.
we'll get a
And
window into how that happens.
it's possible too that the Trial of Grasses might have some impact in some way on her powers.
Oh
Like,
yeah, like
I don't
the,
know if like the way that she survives it has, I'm sure, something to do with her elder blood.
yeah, they talked about that in Songs of the Past too, or not Songs of the Past. I'm sorry, in the Witcher books, where like going through the Trial of Grasses, I believe Geralt, or maybe it was Vesemir, proposed it like in Blood of Elves when she's like at Kaer Morhen, but then
Yeah,
Triss
but
comes and she shuts it down immediately. She's like, no, you can't do that.
yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like Geralt had some reservations about it in terms of her safety, and then, I mean, I feel like Triss has some ulterior motives there with, I mean, she has some pretty tight bonds with the elves.
Yeah, that's totally fair. All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting that up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, hope your Gwent game's going well.
Dude, it ended in a draw. Is actually perfect.
Let's go.